It may be the end of zoo season for one local zoo, but that doesn't mean the animals can't come out to play. Here with the Critter Uncaged from Scovill Zoo is Zoo Director Ken Frye. And who do we have here?
Well, and she was sitting so perfectly
still. She was, and then she was like she knew the camera was on. It was time to shine.
Oops, time to move.
And so, who do we have?
This is Goldie. She's a golden knee tarantula. And you know, in the tarantula world, the golden knee is a pretty docile, laid-back tarantula. And so as a first-time pet, if you're into tarantulas, this may be one to go to, and then like the rose hares. But there are some pretty nasty ones out there. There's like a Goliath tarantula and a bird-eating tarantula, and their dispositions aren't as cheery as the golden knee tarantula.
Well, we appreciate you bringing Goldie then to share with us. So where would we find Goldie?
She's from South America. There's a few pockets of South America that you can find the golden knee tarantula, and I don't know if you saw in that last shot just all the hair fibers that are on her abdomen there. As kind of one of her defense mechanisms, if she ever felt threatened, she could take her hind legs and just start rubbing against the back here and just rubbing back and forth and throwing those hair fibers into the nasal cavity or into the eyes of whatever was bugging them, and it's almost like fiberglass. You know, it'd be very itchy.
And that would not be pleasant.
Not pleasant at all. And of course, they have fangs, and so the fangs are kind of this is the front of her here, and the fangs are curled down underneath here. And if she was irritated, she would raise up her front legs and the fangs would come out at that point.
Are you worried that she may get those fangs out right now while you're holding her?
If they did, I would probably stand up and walk over to her carrier and place her down very quickly. But yeah, one day I went to pick her up and the fangs came out, and I decided to take a different animal that day.
Oh, good call.
She just wasn't ready to be out and about that day. And they're really not that sturdy of critters, so do not drop your tarantula. They're actually kind of fragile.
Really?
But they would, in the wild, they would probably hang out on in the around trees and things, and just or buildings.
So they do hang out in trees. Aaron was one asking me today if you would find a tarantula in a tree, and I thought yes.
Some spiders up in the trees, but these probably more at the base of the trees and just kind of ambushing things that are walking by, the insects and mammals. And there are some like bird-eating tarantulas will be up. You can find them up in the trees.
Oh wow!
And yeah.
Well, lots of fun still happening at the zoo, even though your season has kind of wrapped up. You still have fun events planned, like Boo at the Zoo. Several opportunities to come and get your trick or treat on and check out some animals. Yeah, our season ended on Monday, and we actually had a very nice season. So thank you to everybody that came to the zoo this year. And but we are closed for the year. But this Thursday through Sunday, and then the next Thursday through Sunday, the next 2 weekends, we have our Boo at the Zoo. On Thursdays and Friday nights, it's the 5:30 to 8 o'clock. Saturday and Sundays of the next 2 weekends is 3 to 8. And we do have our regular train ride. We extended our train this year, but we're doing the original route for Boo at the Zoo. There's just no way we can keep up the volume of people at Boo at the Zoo. So it's the regular route, and we'll have some scares down there after 6:30, and scary things like spiders you can see in our herp-aquarium. That'll be open, and some other volunteers will have some fun animals, furrier animals out for people to check out as well. Yeah, and you just wrapped up a camp out. I saw some friends that experienced that, so that was fun, I'm sure, as well. We did. That was a fun camp out. We do that a few times a year. We haven't planned our schedule for next year yet, so that may or may not be a part of it next year's schedule. But yeah, it is a fun time to do, and actually sleep in the zoo overnight. Cool. What is Goldie going to be for Halloween? Goldie's going to dress up like a chinchilla. Really? Yeah, because they're furry. And she'll just hide 2 or 4 of her legs, and I don't know what she's going to. You caught me off guard with that one. That's the best I could do. Ken, then I did my job right today. Always trying to stump you. Well, it's going to be a great time to experience a little Halloween fun at Boo at the Zoo. A few more opportunities to go and check it out. And don't forget your treat bags, because they're going to have lots of candy, too. Ken, thanks so much. We love when you come. There's a look at the Scovill Zoo Facebook page, which we'll have on hours after today's show.